So in my personal 3D Sonic retrospective series, I mainly covered the games I had quick access to or played a decent amount of. I felt it would have been unfair to look at games I never really played much of. The main exception being Shadow the Hedgehog, because the less I talk about that game, the better. However, during this, there was one specific game that I really wanted to talk about. Unfortunately, back in 2024, my Xbox 360 basically died. And while I was dying to talk about it, I couldn't justify picking up 360 in 2026 just to talk about one specific game. And if it wasn't obvious by the title, the game that I was talking about was Sonic 06. You know Sonic 06, the internet's favorite punching bag, the game that almost killed the fucking franchise. The game is pretty poor quality, and I think everyone knows that at this point, because everyone and their grandmother has made a Sonic 06 video. Hell, I had a Sonic 06 Let's Play series back in like 2015 when I first started this YouTube channel. Yeah, it's long gone, you're not gonna find it anywhere, sadly. But honestly, given how old my channel is and those series of videos I did, it would have been fitting for me to talk about Sonic 06 because, well, it was one of the first Sonic games I ended up recording and playing on this channel. But I guess there is a silver lining to this because, well, first off, I don't want to age 20 plus years playing that fucking game and talking about it again. But the other part of that is the Sonic fan community is pretty fucking passionate, and one of the biggest driving forces behind that are the fan projects. Yes, there are dedicated people out there that create some wonderful projects or concepts based off this blue rat. I do maybe one day want to give a dedicated look at some of the wonderful projects people have created out there, but the Sonic fan game community is very vast, and that would take me a good while to really consider doing. But it's not off the table currently, so. Obviously, I just finished my 3D Sonic retrospective series, and there were a few games I didn't get to play because I mentioned before, I didn't have access to everything at the time, or I didn't play everything, you know, enough to make a retrospective video about it. But lucky for me, some talented Sonic fans have gotten together over the years and attempt to recreate 2 Sonic games in a new engine on PC and such. And if it wasn't obvious enough, today's focus is going to be on Project 06. Project 06 being a recreation of Sonic 06 in the Unity engine on PC. The project being led by ChaosX along with a small team to help out and do, you know, miscellaneous things on the game. And man, over the years, I've seen this project, you know, go from what it is then to what it is now, and I gotta say, I admire the dedication and the work that's been put in because Project 06 is fucking amazing. It's been so surreal to, over the years, replay these levels and characters in a physics and gameplay engine that actually fucking works. First off, the characters, man, holy shit, they're faster, more capable, they don't feel like shit to control, and holy shit, there's actual fucking physics. I can't fucking believe it. Their controls aren't insanely precise or sensitive, and you can actually, you know, go fast and have fun with it. And holy shit, when you watch the speedrunners, they're pulling off some crazy tech in this fucking game. To kind of drive my point home about the characters, I want to take a look at Amy Rose, who was by far the worst character in the original game. She was slow as hell, clunky as fuck, and her double jump killed all your momentum upon using it. But in P-06, man, she's fast, she has good flow, her double jump doesn't suck a dick anymore. It's honestly night and day. She's not the only one who got a night and day transformation to her character, but if you want to really learn about that, I would recommend playing the game for yourself. And the overhauls just better fit the core style of Sonic because they're all fast and they have flow and they're all capable now. If it wasn't obvious, I very much welcome all the changes that have been brought. And outside of gameplay changes, I mean, there are a lot of small things that were added or changed to improve the core foundation of 06, or to tailor to the fact that P-06 is not going to have like a story mode or such. Let's talk about that. The level design pretty much remains untouched from the original game, but there are a few changes to accommodate some new Easter eggs and secrets. For example, there are upgrades for certain characters. Sonic and Silver can both find hidden upgrades within their stages that can better add to their core gameplay styles. For example, Sonic has the gems from retail. They're definitely different and they're updated a little bit, and there even is the Rainbow Gem as an S-Rank reward for all the Sonic stages. All the Hedgehogs have an S-Rank reward that is basically like a pseudo super form. And they're okay, I do fuck with the concepts, I just don't really get much use out of them except for Super Sonic. But like I said, I fuck with the concepts and I'm glad they're here, and I do find they add some replayability because if you didn't bring your S game on the first time, you got reason to go back and get the S ranks. And this also encourages you to go back to these old stages with these new powers and see what you can and can't get away with. And I find it pretty fun to speedrun these stages, especially with the new physics and shit. Also, I really appreciate the added in-game cutscenes because I fucking like them a lot. If we're not gonna have a story mode, this is how you do it. With these cutscenes, it can better immerse you into the level's mission or objective. And once again, props to the animators, man, they nailed this shit. I mean, in general, just props to the whole fucking team because I never thought I'd see the day where a good version of Sonic 06 would be a thing. And if I'm being honest, there's a lot more to be discovered. This is like surface level shit. I highly encourage you, if you haven't already, to go download and play this fucking thing. I just really appreciate the project for what it is because I was always kind of indifferent to Sonic 06, and I, like a lot of people, thought the game had so much missed potential, and it's just nice to see some of that potential realized finally. And yeah, just because it fixes a messy game does not make it automatically good, and that's why I suggest if you haven't played it yet, I would recommend go playing it because it is deeper than just a Sonic Sonic 06 remake, as I said before. This thing is basically its own entity at this fucking point, man. And I, like everyone else, am excited to see what final release ends up bringing us. And trust me, when the final release comes, we are coming back to this game to talk about it again.